Okay, so what we're going to do is show you how to create your own field in Task in Microsoft Outlook 2007, and then how to get that field to display in both the to-do bar and also across here in the task folder. First thing that I've done just previously is just to do a right click on the subject heading here in the to-do bar, and I went down to Field Chooser. And what I've done in the field chooser box is I've actually created a field called project numbers, and basically just by pressing new and then typing in the name, I'll just double click on it and you can see what I've done earlier. So the text I entered previously was project numbers and it's left as text and text, and just said OK. That has then created a project numbers field. I'll just close that off, and what I'm going to do is I might just go straight across to the task folder. And in here I'm going to double click so that I get a new task come up, and on that new task what I've done is I've got a developer tab here that can be turned on or off actually, so if you can't see it, give me a call and I'll show you how to do that. But basically if we click on the developer tab, you'll see it says design this form, and when we get to design this form, the first thing to realise is that both the task tab and also the details tab, this one here, are both locked by Microsoft, so you cannot actually do any editing of these two tabs. But what you can do is you can come across and use some of the other pages here. So we'll go to page 2, and that gives us a blank screen. If you've already clicked on Field Chooser previously, this box will come up straight away. If not, just give it a quick click and your field chooser will come up, and all we need to do is go and find our user defined fields, and as you'll see there's the project numbers column that we've created, or field that we've created. Just left drag and drop it into the window. If it's too tight up the top, it'll automatically go up to the top left corner. You can just drag it down just a touch, and obviously if you want to put other fields in here you can do. So we'll just close that off. Now as soon as you actually load anything onto any of these pages, they automatically get a box checked, which means that they'll be shown in the view when you save them. And to adjust that, we'll just come up here to page and click on the page button, and as you can see that's checked. But what we're going to do is rename the page, and we might just or rename the title of this button, and what we'll do is make it project numbers, and just say OK to that. Right. Once we're in this situation, what we're going to do is that's all I'm going to do for the demonstration. So what we're going to do is publish this. So I'll just go up to the publish button, and you can see it just says publish form. That's what we'll do. Now I've already typed this in previously, so this is my second recording, so the name's already there, but you will need to type in project numbers and it will come into both boxes here. I'm just going to choose to put this in under tasks, so I'll say look in tasks, and there's the project numbers there. Once again, you might need to type it in there, but I've just clicked on it because this is my second recording. So we'll just go publish, and it'll tell me that I've already done this previously, so I just want to replace it, and the answer is yes. Okay, now at that point in time you've actually published this and it's available for use. So I'm just going to close this tasks window down without saving, and we're back to our situation here. Now because we've published a form, what you'll find is if you go up to the actions menu and just at the top of the page and just click it, you'll see that then becomes, you'll see the word new is added by the software. So it's got project numbers new, so if I click on that, you'll see that I'll now get a new task open up, and this is based on our template that we've just designed, and by default it'll come up to tasks. If I click on project numbers, you can see here we've got our project numbers field. So let's just go back to the front page, and what we'll do is we'll say that this is a test task, and we'll say it's start today, and today the day we're recording is the 10th of the 6th 2010, and I'll just leave that. That's enough information for this explanation, and I'm just going to go to project numbers, and I'll just start with 0 and a space ABC, and then say 1 2 3. It just gives you a little bit of an idea that you can do a mix. When you've got text and you've chosen that as the field, you can do a little bit of a mixture of things. We'll just now save and close that, And when it's saved and closed, you can now, in the task folder, you can see that we have this task showing up here. It has a different icon because you've used a template, so it just shows that it's based on a template. But basically this task will operate the same as any other task. If I double click on it, you can assign the task or maintain it yourself just like any other task. It's closing off there. So I'll now just go back out to the calendar. Actually, firstly what I might do is show you that you can actually pull the field that you've created called project numbers into this view. So if I do a right click up here on the subject and just go customize current view, check on the fields button, and then we'll look for user defined fields in the menu, and here is our project number. So I can just drag that across to the right hand side and say OK and say OK, and as you can see now we've got a field that's come into the left hand side. I'll just resize it very slightly so you can see that our project number 0ABC123 is now in this view as well. So any tasks that you make in the future that have that number in them will show up on this view. We'll go to the calendar, and then in the taskpad on the right hand side here I'll just do the right click again, customize current view, and we'll come in and do exactly the same thing. So we'll just go to the frequently used, there we go, or user defined, I beg your pardon, user defined views, and once again here's my project number in there, and I can just pull that in and say OK. And as you can see now, if we just resizing that so it can come into the view regardless of what other fields you've got here. But here's our test task for today, and as you can see it's got 0ABC123 next to it. So from in future you'll be able to see your project numbers next to your tasks. I trust that will be useful information. If you need any more, please feel free to give us a call at Priority Management in Brisbane.